The state of Florida is going to launch an inquiry into a single 45-second sponsored Instagram video for a beer company. Really? This is serious government work? Here is Ron DeSantis announcing his serious government work, okay?
We do have these shares. We believe that when you take your eye off the ball like that, you're not following your fiduciary duty to do the best you can for your shareholders. So we're going to be launching an inquiry about Bud Light and InBev.
Like, the legal precedent for this is so psychotic too. Like, what? Any company that does something that ends up hurting their shareholder value, the state of Florida can just sue? Like, what are you, insane? Like, remember, these are people who hate big government. Okay? These are people who actively hate and despise government interference in private corporations. I'm sorry, if you've spent a century of your commentary on getting government out of your private businesses, you can't turn around and push for this narrative because you just assume people hate trans people that much. The question here is, like, why is the collective Democratic Party and all of the people that are leftist or whatever, or people who are ostensibly on the left, liberal, whatever the fuck, why are they not destroying this? This is what I don't understand. Because, like, the notion, it's not even just a hypocrisy. It's obviously completely psychotic. And I think that it's personally an idiotic thing to do. I think it's not going to yield positive results for Ron DeSantis. I don't think that. Because no one cares this much. It's kind of like, how do I describe it? There's a very real falling out of favor that happens to people who are maybe too in front of your eyes. Even if there is a lot of anti-trans hate out there and you can use some of that to gain momentum against a particular company, after a certain point, people are going to start going, all right, dog, like, find a new bit. You know what I mean? What the fuck are you doing? You're out of control. Like, what is this? This is the only thing you're going to fucking talk about? Like, who gives a shit? Ron DeSantis has gone over that a long time ago. His obsession with culture war phenomena and culture war battles that he's constantly trying to fight have already bit him in the ass with people with institutional control in the Republican Party. He's been so actively fighting against Disney, for example, that even Rick Scott has lightly and gently tried criticizing him over it. You know what I mean? Like, the whole, I am running against wokeism. Like, after a certain point, you're just like, dude, come on. Like, give us something else. Like, what the fuck are you doing? The idea that you're still trying to sue Bud Light for working with one trans person because they gave her one fucking can. The idea that, like, this is going to be prescient, this is going to be good legislation, this is going to put you in the fucking news in a positive way by your audience, I don't think so. It's so stupid. It's like, dude, just leave it alone. I feel like even people who are like, yeah, I hate trans people, but, like, goddamn, brother, like, fucking leave the shit alone. Move on to dunking on trans people in other fields. You know what I mean?
And it could be something that leads to a derivative lawsuit filed on behalf of the shareholders of the Florida pension fund, because at the end of the day, there's got to be penalties for when you put business aside to focus on your social agenda at the expense of hardworking people.
Are you looking at Disney too? I don't know if you saw the show last night, Snow White.
Jesse Waters just egging him on. I love this, dude. Yeah, no, set this up. Yeah, stop fucking with our pensions. I like that. Yeah. Go after Bud Light. Okay, I'm on board. Seems like a great idea for ruining their shareholder value by getting fucking one canned or whatever. But then you're opening up the door to so much. They don't care. A lot of freaks just want that. And he is on Fox regurgitating it. He has the stage. Yeah, no, I don't. You're talking about like a hyper-specific group of psychos who are just out for blood. The average American voter is not going to be like, oh, thank God Ron DeSantis is like trying to sue a private corporation for making a business decision. He also gets enemies in this regard. Bud Light, Anheuser-Busch, is a massive sponsor of the Republican Party. Now, all of a sudden, you've made yet another massive corporate enemy. Disney's already up there. Disney is an infinitely more popular brand than Ron DeSantis is a politician. So, ridiculous. The move is ridiculous. It's also too late. It's also, like I said, it's just silly. It's silly. It's late to the game. It just feels like he's hanging on to this one thing. This is a man with very little political instinct. I cannot comprehend how someone like Donald Trump, who was a television guy, has infinitely better political instincts than someone like Ron DeSantis, who is a machine politician.
In the 7 dwarves, Disney's firing 6 of the dwarves. They think being a dwarf isn't inclusive enough, Governor.
God, we are such an unserious country. Ah, that's a good one. I like that. Here's what actually happened to the Florida pensions. Florida pensions funds loses $200 million in Russia investments, state rep says. How about you focus on that, bitch? All right, but the race is still ongoing. The race between Ronald McDonald DeSantis and Donald Trump is not even remotely close. However, it's still happening. Let's take a look.
And President Biden and the Democratic National Committee blew the Republican field out of the water, raising $72 million in the quarter that ran from April to June, far surpassing the GOP field. Former President Donald Trump brought in $35 million. And Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who trails Trump in the polls by double digits, also trails in fundraising. He raised about $20 million.
I can't believe how much more money Brandon has raised. And Trump is like resorting to schemes and shit where he's like, oh yeah, I did everything right and they indicted me. Like, give me money, please.
The latest filings show other GOP contenders far behind in the money race. Candidates need at least 40,000 individual donors to qualify for the first GOP debate in August. So far, just 6 of them say they have.
Squeaks is still in, but not only is he still in, but he's also doing well on some polls. It's weird. Squeaks has been doing pretty well on polls. It's like, he's like second place. It's very odd. Very, very odd. Twitch streamer Squeaks. It's just that he's someone different effects that like RFK Jr. has. I mean, I think all of the second, third people that are like second string, third string, trying to fucking go up against Trump or RFK Jr., Marianne Williamson, like these are not serious contenders. They're not. I don't know how else to describe it. This is looking to be yet another identical Trump v. Biden situation. I don't want to speak too soon, but that's what it looks like. You know, they're maybe banking on him going to jail potentially, but you know. Here's the brain-breaking content from Russell Brand, though.
What is evident, even after just this limited amount of time in your company, is that you are a competent orator, that you are a successful politician, that you are very appealing, that you've succeeded in...
Russell Brand went from like an outspoken leftist who is famous for the quote, when I was rich and I defended the poor and I defended socialism, they said I was jealous of the rich. And then I became rich and I still defended socialism. Then they said I was a hypocrite. Later I found out they just don't want me defending socialism. That's the guy who came up with that, which is a brilliant quote, really. Now he's the guy who's just glazing, just fucking soft serving, eating up everything that this motherfucker Ron DeSantis is selling him. It's unimaginable, the turn. He's no scoping that dick. The guy he's glazing up, of course, is Little Rhonda. Here is another incredible video from the Little Rhonda campaign. I mean, he's so good. This campaign is so fucking good. This image appeared in a video that was retweeted by DeSantis' campaign, then quickly deleted. Let's take a look at the video.
It doesn't hurt me. Do you want to feel how it feels?
I just need to explain something. The vibes that he's trying to hit here are abysmal because he's trying to do the whole like Trump failed you edgy 4chan soy lords. Like, I'll tell you this much. I've seen a lot of these memes in my time. It's giving person who legitimately believes Trump was elected by memes energy, which is very stupid. I've seen a lot of these doomer memes. A lot of them don't just talk about the border or whatever, but usually most of them are Trump's allegiance to the state of Israel. Like, so this is one step removed from that. Like, the guy who made this 100% in other circumstances probably had like, oh, Trump went in the pocket of big Jew type thing. You know what I mean? The disrespect to Kate Bush is unforgivable. True.
Hear about the deal. It's you and me.
Ew. Yeah, dude, Ron DeSantis is launching rockets and bringing... Oh, God, these guys are so dumb. Ugh. The people that long for a time that never was and then point to it by fucking pointing to what? Not a real mode of existence, but just ads from like the 60s and 70s. You are such a pathetic fucking failure, dude. Holy shit. It's an ad, man. It's an ad. You're pointing at an ad. They're like, Ron DeSantis is doing a new College of Florida is DeSantis' launchpad for attack on higher education. He's so sick, man. He's just owning the lib super hard. You know what I mean? He's got a new college, like doors open. I feel like Ron is literally running the worst campaign I've ever seen. Conservative money and media are trying to force him on everyone, and he fails in the polls and keeps doubling down on what's making him fail. Yeah, my man needs a genuine, straight up, full-blown restructure, rebrand. He needs something. But wait, there's more. Oh, there it is. The dude who made this meme, one Hondo P, was like, ooh, I'll just sneak this in here. Not thinking that people wouldn't fucking catch it. Idiot. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's so fucking good. It's so good. Oh. And of course, because Ron DeSantis, here's why this would be brilliant. Trump used to do shit like this all the time, except Trump would never delete that video. He would just double down and be like, oh, this is like some fan. We didn't know what it was. He's not affiliated with us. This person, one, most likely is affiliated with Ron DeSantis. This is an account that they've retweeted over and over again. That's number one. Number two, they deleted it. You want to know why? Because Ron DeSantis can't go around with a fucking Sonnenrad, okay? Or however the fuck you say it. Because his real selling point is that he's not Trump. His real selling point to the actual constituents, the people in positions of power, people with access to capital, people who have capital, people who really run the Republican Party, they want him as a substitute to Trump because he won't do shit like this, right? He's supposed to be electable. So the irony here is Ron DeSantis is going to keep losing in the polls because he fucking flashes shit like this. And then instead of doubling down, he has to delete it and apologize. Now, for the record, if he doubled down, then he's still not as good as Trump. And then he loses the institutional backing. Because this happened a million times with Donald Trump throughout the 2016 campaign. And then another million times with Donald Trump in the 2020 campaign. This happened all the time. All the fucking time. Because there's a lot of these like weirdo fucking Nazis who just can't stop themselves from like sneaking this shit in. Oh! It didn't even flash. Oh, I thought it just flashed. Oh my God, the entire, oh. Oh my God, that was fucking, hey, bitch, I did not pre-watch. You know what I mean? This is how you know I'm not pre-watch Piker. Holy fuck. It's there for so long. Oh, he is so cooked. Oh my Lord. Casey DeSantis, his bag at Walmart, Melania criticism, will not back down. Right, who's even saying this? This is one of those like Streisand effect moments where it's like, I didn't even know people were calling her that, but now I kind of want to call her that. You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck even cares about Casey DeSantis like that? I think this was a Ron DeSantis campaign move to like put her in front of cameras because she's more charismatic than Ronald. And that's the reason why they're like trying to make some drama happen with her. Because like she is more telegenic than Ronald. She's attractive and seemingly more telegenic than Ronald McDonald here. So.
Governor, First Lady, thank you so much for sitting down with Fox and Friends. We're excited to talk to y'all.
Welcome back to Tallahassee.
Thank you. It's
glad
good to
have
be back.
you.
Tell us a little bit about you and how you met.
Chat, that's racist decor right there. Let me tell you something. Remember how we were looking at the other? Remember how we were talking about how like that lady had racist stairs? I can't explain it. Those window panels are racist as fuck, bro. I swear to God.
As a matter of fact, when I was going through 6 rounds of chemotherapy, 6 weeks of radiation, and 3 surgeries, couldn't really use my left arm a lot of times. So I told him, I was like, just hurt my arm. Because he didn't want to tell him. Through God's grace, I'm here. And
yeah,
this guy,
I remember
this guy helped me more than you will ever realize.
Well, we got a lot of outpouring of support once we made it public. People were praying for her.
I remember the video too, or the ad that
this
you
is
put
literally
out.
one of those things where it's like the bar is so fucking low for men that Ron DeSantis can make it a campaign opportunity. Where he's like, I didn't leave my cancer wife. It's straight up, and it's true. Statistically speaking, men leave their wives when they get cancer all the fucking time. It's like super common. You know what I mean? So for that reason, like Ron can use it as an opportunity to campaign off of it. Straight up.
You said, who was Ron DeSantis?
He was the dad who took care of my children when I couldn't.
Oh my God. They made ad campaigns off it. That's crazy. Yeah, he's the wife guy candidate, which I love. That's like a new kind of guy. You got to respect that. Wife guy candidate. I love that, dude.
For me, when I didn't have the strength to fight for myself. you know, you just want to tell it.
It's still kind of weird that they're like straight up making a campaign out of this, though. You know what I mean?
The Jackie O wannabe, the Walmart Melania, and then even criticized for your eyebrows. How do you deal with the criticism?
One thing that the corporate media did get right about me, I do shop at Walmart. I think it's interesting, and you probably can sympathize with this, when they come after you and they're just calling you names, that means they don't want to litigate the merits of their case. They don't want to have that conversation. They want to call you names. They want to try to get you to back down. But I can tell you the number one thing, we will not back down when it comes to...
As an ad hominem, like, what do you mean? What is your merit? Like, what... Okay, listen. What value have you provided to America as like Ron DeSantis' wife? I don't really understand. Like, are you saying, you know, you getting cancer and then surviving it was the merit? Like, what the fuck have you done? No, I'm legitimately asking, like, okay, so you married Ron DeSantis. What is the merit of your situation? Sure, people are shitting on you, I guess. Not really. I mean, one guy did, and she's getting one guide. But like, I don't know what she's like, oh yeah, well, I'm making arguments out here, and they don't want to respond to those arguments. They want to say, I got weird eyebrows. It's like, okay, but what are the arguments?
Governor, they say she's the secret sauce. Is this true? Is she your best asset?
Well, she, I think at the end of the day, she's just a very genuine person. She really believes in this country. She really cares about the country's future because of our 3 young kids, is 6, 5, and 3. When she does things like rally mothers, like she did throughout the state of Florida, and grandmothers, since it is Florida, we want to include them.
Big contingency in the villages.
And now she's doing it around the country. It's because a lot of the issues that these parents are facing, we're facing. We're in the same boat. We're very sympathetic to that. And so she is somebody that is very, very strong.
Yeah, no, it's great, man. Thank you. Ozempic made Ron's nose bigger. Yeah. I don't know why he didn't get the actual memo that you're not supposed to look like, you're not supposed to get skinny, man. You're supposed to be tubby. It's a big boy season. And like, instead of getting fatter, he did Ozempic, and now he's like, it's sugar, man. Like, nobody wants to fucking hear about a healthy guy. If you want to represent your constituents in both attitude, mindset, and physical appearance, you gotta look rotund. That's what you gotta do. But what are you doing instead? You're doing this, looking skinny.
On the rights of parents and the well-being of children.
We feel that if we can do something to be able to change the trajectory and indeed preserve our American Republic, and we can take one for the team by getting hit on behalf of the people of this country, we're going to do it. We're going to fight for your family, we're going to fight for our family, and we're going to fight for America going forward.
That was great. You know, they bring out the best in each other, and when you...
Oh, dude, he's like, Brian Kilmeade's like, this is my fucking moment to shine, brother. Hell yeah. You know, Brian Kilmeade's been like pumping Ronald DeSantis stocks as hard as he fucking could physically. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is like, oh, thank God. Oh, thank God. Let's do it. Address this. You must be Florida Governor Ron DeSantis saying, hungry if you think we fucking me.
Hungry. Hungry. Hungry.
Honestly, this kind of gives him big boy cred, so it might backfire on all of the naysayers, if you know what I'm saying. Who amongst us hasn't said, hungry, when they saw a big plate of hamburger, and fries, you know what I mean? I know it's fake, guys. Stop ruining the fucking fun. Jesus Christ, dude. Everybody's got to be a fucking fact checker nowadays. Oh, dude, Hassan, I give you 3 Pinocchios. Like, I know, man. I know. It's real to me, damn it. Let me enjoy it. Whoever wrote this prompt is mean. I'm so cracked at drawing. If you guys can't figure mine out, it's not even funny.
Holy, girl.
I feel like I have to like send flowers to whoever got mine.
Eating a pizza. Couldn't recognize herself. Hassan, why?